Why is Newcastle called Newcastle? The answer lies within this fortress, built by the Normans around 1,000 years ago. In the centre of a modern northern city, roads and railways surround the castle. Nearby, glass towers rise high. This is a striking reminder of a different world. Newcastle Castle has watched over the River Tyne for centuries. Long before Newcastle was known for shipbuilding and culture, a fortress stood there. It controlled an important river crossing in northern England. Its walls have seen conquest, rebellion, imprisonment, and transformation. And from this stronghold, the city itself took its name. The strategic importance of this location predates the castle by many centuries. During the Roman occupation of Britain, the Tyne formed a defensive frontier. Hadrian's Wall ran from coast to coast, marking the northern edge of the Roman Empire. Roman forts and settlements developed along the river, guarding crossings and trade routes. After the Romans left Britain in the early 5th century, control changed hands. It shifted between the various Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. By the 11th century, the Tyne crossing was still very important, yet its defences were quite basic. That change occurred after one of the biggest events in English history. In 1066, William the Conqueror claimed the English throne after the Norman Conquest. To secure his new kingdom, William and his followers built castles all over England. These strongholds were symbols of authority and military control. In 1080, William's son, Robert Curthose, Duke of Normandy, built a new fortress beside the Tyne crossing. The structure was modern bailey, typical of early Norman defences. A wooden tower stood atop a mound of earth surrounded by a defensive enclosure and palisade. This new castle became the centre of a growing settlement. Over time, the fortress gave its name to the town itself, Newcastle upon Tyne. By the late 12th century, the wooden defences were no longer adequate. Under Henry II, the Normans built a strong stone fortress to replace the old one. Construction of the keep began around the 1170s. The result was one of the best examples of Norman military architecture in England. The keep towers several stories high, with imposing sandstone walls to resist attacks. Some sections are over 3 meters thick, making the structure strong enough to withstand a long siege. The design combined defensive strength with royal prestige. The fortress was a symbol of royal authority in the turbulent north of England. The designers created every feature of the keep with defense in mind. Archers can shoot at attackers through narrow arrow slits while hiding behind solid stone walls. The spiral staircases twist clockwise, favouring descending right-handed defenders. Inside the keep, there were rooms for administration, storage, and living quarters. A small chapel met the spiritual needs of the castle's residents, showing the strong link between medieval power and religion. the very top, the roof offered sweeping views across the Tyne Valley. Guards could see the river crossing and the nearby countryside. This was a key advantage, where early warning meant survival. The keep was only one part of a much larger fortified complex. In the 13th century, defenders built a strong gatehouse, the Black Gate, making the entrance more secure. The site was once surrounded by towers, walls, and defensive courtyards, creating a large fortress that controlled access to the town. Over time, much of the outer castle disappeared as Newcastle grew and urban development changed the area. Today, the keep and the Black Gate are the most visible parts, remnants of a powerful medieval stronghold. Like many such fortresses, Newcastle Castle experienced periods of conflict and decline. In the Middle Ages, it served as a royal stronghold, an administrative centre, and at times a prison. Officials kept political prisoners inside the castle and used it to enforce royal authority throughout the region. By the early modern period, new weapons and artillery made old castles less effective for defence. The fortress lost its military significance over time. Parts of the city developed around the castle complex, leading to its disrepair and some demolition. Yet the keep itself survived, its thick stone walls proving resistant to the pressures of time and urban change. Except for the coming of the railways, the way north led straight through the castle, slicing it in two. Nothing nor nobody could stand in the way of the superhighway of the day. In the 1800s and 1900s, people became interested in heritage and archaeology, driving efforts to preserve Newcastle Castle. Restoration work stabilized the structure and opened it to the public as a historic site. Today, the castle serves as a museum and learning space where visitors can see medieval architecture firsthand. Climbing the narrow stairs is a special prospect. Standing on the battlements is even better, offering a view of the city as the medieval defenders once did. Almost 1,000 years after its construction, Newcastle Castle is still here, sitting at the heart of the city that carries its name. It is a symbol of Norman power and medieval engineering, connecting Newcastle's past with its vibrant present. And a city defined by reinvention, the castle endures, reminding us of where the story began.
Watch some more from Radio Jonaphone. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy.